everyone, I'm Allie. Join me as I show you how to make this RounDuo Mini Band. It's really simple design using some seed beads and some RounDuos to make a cute little ring, which you could actually hang down from an earring, make into a bracelet with a bigger version as well. Remember, if you need any RounDuo Minis and some 11.0 or 15.0 seed beads, look below the video in the description. We'll put links there to get back to our website. Gather up your supplies and let's get started on this simple but elegant design. All right, this RounDuo band is super simple, but I really liked the look of it with the RounDuo Minis. Anything 2-hole can kind of work for this, but I'm using size 8 beading thread, and I'm just putting on to begin a 11.0 seed bead along with a RounDuo Mini through the first hole. And I'm going to do this until I have my band size. The first one I made, I was going for something else, so it's a little bit on the tiny side. So I know I'm going to need more RounDuo Minis for this. If you are doing this design as well, you can do a ring mandrel to size it, or simply add all your RounDuos. And I have a stop bead on the end of that size 8 dragon thread. And then I'm going to round it out and to see whether or not it fits me. It is going to be a tiny bit smaller than what you make the interior row here, because we are going to pull a little bit tighter on the sides, which is something that I really like actually for the design and was really happy with, and one of the reasons that I wanted to share it. I like the 3-dimensional look. So I'm just adding a series of 11.0s and then my RounDuo Minis. Now, one thing that I'm going to say is for your 11.0 selection, you will want to use Duracoat or use something like Permalac to paint, because it will come off if you have it. I'm going to go back through now after having the length that I want, go back through my RounDuo bead as well as the next couple 11s, RounDuo Mini, and pull that into a loop. If this loop works for you for your ring size, that is going to be perfect. Kind of try it on, see where it is. Mine here is going to be a little bit big, but again, that's nice because the sides will pull in a tiny little bit. I'm going to now go from one hole to the other hole of that RounDuo Mini, making basically a wheel, adding in a second 11.0 seed bead between the second hole of the RounDuos. So I'm just going to go around here and just string the whole thing, getting that flow of one and then the other. As you're going around also, if you do want to make this into something even more, you can do so by adding a little bit of daggers or something on the side so you have some flower look to it as well. I'm going to go around this whole ring of RounDuo Minis, add in my 11.0 seed beads between each, and get this nice solid row of my ring. So you can see when I was measuring, I was taking into account that these RounDuo Minis are going to kind of turn in rather than be exterior. It looked a lot bigger than it was as you go in, and you can see that circle forming. This is also a fun idea to link together to make a nice linked necklace or design. And really, like I said, any multi-hole bead will work. I just prefer the size of the RounDuo Minis, and as we go around and add our outer edge here, I like the look and the feel of them. All right, so I have 2 more 11.0s to add, and these are also quick, as you can see. And then we're going to go down along the side. Going back here into this first 11.0 now, what we're going to do is we're going to go around the whole exterior and add 1, 2 more 11.0 seed beads and go through the 11.0 that's on the side. 2 more 11.0s through the 11.0 on the side. I'm doing that the whole way, and then I'm going to downgrade from one side to the other and do it on the opposite side as well. 1 and 2, and on the whole way around the circle to get my little band here. So I've got that start there. I'm going to go the whole way around, and then we're going to flop over to the opposite side. So I have my last 2 11.0 seed beads here, and I'm going to go through that first 11.0 that my thread was originally coming out of, and up through the RounDuo bead as well. We are going to go back and seam all of those 2mm together, but to start, we're going to go and flip to the opposite side. we are going to go in with our thread and needle and go through the RounDuo the opposite direction, kind of wiggle it through because it can be a little tight, out to the 11-0 seed bead. Nice tight pull. That gets the thread reversed. You don't see that extra thread coming out of the RounDuo. It's pretty nice and easy. 2 seed beads go on, and I mimic on the opposite side. And look how that RounDuo Mini just kind of gets highlighted by the seed beads. I did the first one in silver and really liked just that metallic look because it makes the RounDuo beads almost look like gemstones inside the interior. So once again, just the whole way around, adding in 2 11-0 seed beads in between the next 11-0 bead. So simple, so cute, and when you wear it, just a really nice banded ring. Once you're done with the 11-0s there on the side, you can see that your project is completed. If you want to, and I would suggest going back through and doing another row of thread along both sides. If you want to, you can also pull it a little bit tighter like I did in the sample piece here. And I'm going to take this off so I can show you. You're going to come out of your last 11-0, go into the 2 11-0s along the side, grab 1 15-0 seed bead, and here I'm doing one that pretty much matches the RounDuo, keeping in that same little color tone, and just do a nice tight pull to put that little blush color on the outer edge. 15-0 goes on in between the piece and pulls those back again just the tiniest little bit. So I'm skipping the 11-0 in the gold that is connecting the holes of the RounDuo. I'm just going through that outer edge, adding in 115 between the 2 seed beads. Once I'm done with one side, I'll do the other side as well. If you don't want to, you don't have to add these, just that little extra bit, and it will shrink up your ring just the tiniest little bit. It's such a cute and simple design. You could use it as a bracelet as well. Be a nice one for some rainbow chakra colors of some RounDuo beads. And you can do this in RounDuo or RounDuo Mini like I did. I like the RounDuo Mini for the ring. You could do RounDuos for a bracelet if you wanted to. And just to show you as we're doing these 15-0s, going the whole way around, then how that just little tiny bit pulls it in a little bit more, adds that tiny little pop of color on the exterior, and really finishes off the design. Again, once I'm done with one side, I'll do the other side. Just going through the RounDuo and switching from one hole to the other hole. And then the very last thing that I need to do is just go back and tie off my thread ends towards the interior of the ring from that stop bead off from the design. So here I am finishing up this side here. I'm going to go back through the 2 11-0s here. Nice tight pull, back through the one that connects, back through the RounDuo Mini there. Switch down from the RounDuo Mini from one hole to the other hole. And I try to avoid doing this at the exact same place each time, but I like going from side to side because it just gives me a lot of security in this ring design. From here again, going through the 11, going towards the exterior, of those 2 11-0 seed beads. And here I am again, ready to go around. If you want to, you don't have to, adding in my 15-0. And just getting that little tiny look on the exterior of the ring. Again, that will pull it back just a tiny little bit. And then when you pull it on, it'll be just a tad smaller because you are pulling that design back. Again, as I get back to the edge here, I'm going to go in towards the interior after having put on my last of my 15-0s along the exterior. I'm wiggling that needle through the design, through the RounDuo. If you can. If you can't do the RounDuo, just pop out to the 11s on the side. Any way will work. That was a lot faster, so I'll do that. Right here I am coming out through the RounDuo next to where my starter thread is. I'm going to wiggle that through. Grab off that starter thread here. Take off my stop bead. And now I did use green thread because you can see it a lot easier. But normally if I would have done this, I would have used white or the golden thread here. My round duos are coming out pretty much the same spot, but I don't want my thread knot to be in between the round duos. So I'm actually going to go one more level down to the next round duo bead. And then I'm going to back it up here. So my thread is more off, or my knot, excuse me, is more off to the side. I'm going to tie it right over left, left over right, or even spin around through that knot twice. And then what I'm going to do actually is take my thread and needle. It's still on, it's still there. And the ring is a little bit concave, has a little bit of that mark to it. I'm taking my needle and thread to the back of the design, not through any beads. And what I want to do is just pull that knot to the back. See how it kind of escaped in the back and it's just hanging out back there now? I'll take my thread burner or my thread zap, burn down my thread as much as I can so I don't see it in the design. The green does fade nicely into the gold beads. Same thing along the back here, heat it up, burn it down, and that finishes off that beautiful RounDuo Mini Band. Thanks so much for joining me to create this RounDuo Mini Band. Remember, if you do need any materials, look below the video in the description of the video. Click that Show More button and it lists everything out that you need, as well as a link to get back to our site so that it's really convenient and easy for you to gather your supplies. Remember, if you haven't yet, hit that little subscribe button, and I can't wait to see all of your different versions and colors in our Facebook group for beading and jewelry making. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more inspirational designs.